Happy Friday, everyone. It's the Attack here. I just wanted to bring another video to you guys, and I also wanted to bring awareness to the fact that we can't stop forgetting about what happened. On Fridays when I go to work, this will be the shirt that I wear. I feel this is an important cause. Some people may agree, some people may disagree, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, to the video. I always look fly in orange anyways. Big heartstring for me. Makes me feel like a child. MP3 players, like everybody had, some sort of MP3, but I had the iPods. We all had the iPods, and around to get your song, and oh my god, I closed it in a car door and bang! Dead, just like that, dead. And I was like, wow, that's a waste. Like, what are you gonna do? So my buddy, again my buddy Tom, love that guy so much, he says to me, oh, I have an MP3 player. It's a first generation. That's Microsoft. So Microsoft makes everything. So I'm thinking like some cheap little, like, you would go to the Sony store and buy like, one of those ones that had the USBs on the bottom, if you remember. You plug it right into your computer. Well, those ones, my wife actually had one. We went to the Sony store in the local mall and got her one of those. But for me, I wanted something that felt actually more like the modern phone we have now, but with a button, which is what I don't like about modern phones. I still like some physical button. Sometimes the screen things anyway. So he says, oh, I have a Microsoft ZUNE. And I'm like, I've never heard of this. And they start talking to people, and they're like, oh, iPod's where it is at, iPod's where it's at, ZUNE's crap, don't get it, don't dare fall for it. My buddy Tom really turned me onto it, because I was like, wow, everything that I want is there. It's compatible with my Microsoft account and my Hotmail account. I still have a Hotmail account, and it's still compatible with my Xbox 360 at the time, and the Xbox One for the, minuscule moment in history. And then it was like, oh, gone. They had 3 models, realistically the original, which my buddy Tom had, I think, and don't quote me because I didn't own this one, so I'm fuzzy on it. I think it was a 30 gig, maybe. And you had to click, go down, down. And I heard there was a new model coming out. He says, oh, you should get it. I'd love to see it. I let you try mine. I would love to get anything, try yours. See if I want to get one. Okay, alright. And his girlfriend at the time was thinking about getting one. So I said, okay, I'm going to go out and buy an 80 gig 2nd gen ZUNE, limited edition red. So first of all, I have to show you something. I fell so in love with this device because it worked for me with the way I did music. I had this box. There used to be router pieces in here, and my grandpa was like, I don't need this box. I'm like, this is a really nice box. Put something in there. So I've padded it with this really nice foam. And put my ZUNE in there to protect it. I was anal. My buddy Tom says there's cases. He gets me a case. God bless him. He was amazing. He always, always knew where to get something cool. So he gets me this case, the plastic case, and it has a clip-on thing you can put it on your side. And it was nice. It worked to protect it. It wasn't functional. It made it really thick and clunky. You know what I mean? So, and he saw that too. He goes, oh, you know what? I got an extra case I ordered. And he's like, maybe you want to buy it. It's brand new. I'm like, yeah, it's your generation. He's like, yeah, but you could probably make it fit yours. And this is it here. It's a leather case. It's magnetic, by the way, so you can hear it clicks. The inside is nice. I liked it. It has this little pocket in here you can put stuff right. If you look closely, sorry, it's closing. It has the button area, so like you have your back and play, and then the circular area and center, which for his would have clicked. I literally stretched this out to make sure it would fit for my ZUNE because it's leather, and it wasn't for my model, but it fit snug as a bug. Snug as a bug. I'd laughed at the plug because it's like, oh yeah, regular USB. But then at the other end, what an obscure plug. It reminded me of old camera plugs back in the day, and actually Nokia had one like that. There was no cell phone plug, but it wouldn't be in a USB box, right? But I could plug it into my Xbox at the time, and you'd play any game, didn't matter what it was, and the music would play, and if a talking cutscene came up, it would pause. Cutscene over. It would go right back to that spot in the song. And the volume would be perfect. You control it on your control. It was beautiful. I loaded it. Discographies upon discographies. It was beautiful. Oh, look at that. That's a cool, there we are, multiple us. So, with this, it wasn't a click, it was a trackpad, like a mouse. And then I had the play and the pause, and then your back button. That was it. At the top, your headphone jack, and then the wireless piece, which would pick up, for me, was a big thing at the time that the iPod didn't have, was the FM transmitter. So like I could use this and listen to FM and AM radio in HD, and the earbuds, headphones, wow, they would plug into here, and that little piece that came out at the very end would work as your antenna. I have a screen protector on this. This is so old, and look how nice this is. You know what I mean? Everything is so readable. I took beautiful care of it. It was my favorite thing. I bought it after a big breakup I had. It was the first time I splurged. I was like, Evan, I'm getting it. $240, who cares? I did it for myself. And it broke. And it destroyed me because all my Paul McCartney, all my Beatles, all my classic rock, all my rap, all my hip hop, all my classic Motown, everything, the pop music, the rock music, the punk, I love it all. Gone. That was everything for me. I'd listen to my Xbox, I was home playing video games. If I was on the computer, I was walking on a bus, and if I was standing up, I met other people who had these ZUNEs. Like a girl we went to high school with, and of course my buddy Tom eventually got one. And you could hold it up with that shiny silver piece on the top, and you could transmit wirelessly. I could have like an MP3 and be like, oh, you want that song? Here you go, I'll give it to you. Oh, I want your song, give it to me. We could do that back and forth. It was the strangest thing. And there was a marketplace on there. You could buy stuff, you could buy songs, it was videos. It was a different time. I tell you, I loved it. And so we had ZUNE in Ontario, Canada, in Toronto. So they said ship it back. My iPod never said that. If they said ship it back, you're paying for it. It was just known. The ZUNE at Microsoft, they took it back free. They sent their own package with the sticker and everything. Postage is all going to be paid by them. And then took it back. They said they refurbished it, but then I found out later on they just gave you new ones and took the refurbished ones and recycled the parts, which is good too, and help the environment. So I got my second model. I named my ZUNE Dave Mustaine after the lead singer of Megadeth. So when I got the new ZUNE, same red 80 gig, they said, oh, all your stuff is gone, videos, pictures, everything, because you can put pictures on their videos. So I said, okay, so I named it Dave Mustaine II. It's 2021, 2017. Dave Mustaine II died. I don't know if the actual ZUNE is dead or my cord is broken, but either way, I've been having a hard time trying to find a repair person because I pay for it. I love it. It was a part of my soul, you know. I assigned a speaker to it, and people could choose from so many different types of genres. Remember, we went like, oh, pull out your suit. What do you got? Diddly. Oh, I love it. I love it. It was different. I had it all. Even stuff I didn't like, I'd put it on there too. Be like, okay, here you go. That's your type of music. We'll put it on there for you. Why not? People loved it, and I liked the way it interfaced. Everything pretty much about it. Like, I don't have, as I said, a working ZUNE right now, but you could see you'd have your quick play, collection, marketplace, and this isn't mine, but you know, you'd have your artists, and you could have your album view and your play view, and you could also look it over there, albums are artists. Then it linked up to your Microsoft or ZUNE account, and it was awesome. I loved it. And then the inevitable weirdest thing happened in Canada. I don't know how it happened in the States. Maybe if you're American, you can tell me how that went down. But here in Canada, there was a lawsuit, and it sparked this whole thing. I can't remember what even the original lawsuit was about, but it sparked this whole legal thing where Apple had decided, you know what? We can just go after people for things and claim ownership, and they'll have to fight you. So they were like, I want ownership market of MP3 sales against ZUNE. So they went to court, and I don't remember the full thing about it. If I find information, I'll put the link in the description of this. And it basically said that Apple had exclusivity in Canada, and ZUNE wasn't welcome here, and it caused a big whole thing for ZUNE to pull out, but Microsoft to stay. And when my ZUNE broke, I couldn't send it back, and then eventually they shut that whole platform down, even in the States. So then, you know, it didn't work anymore, and it just became a relic of the past. But honestly, I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite things I've had in the last 20 years. And if any of you out there know how I can get my ZUNE or cable, all that repaired, I would love it, because I don't really want to buy one. I don't trust it, because who knows how long that life's gonna last. What was your first MP3 player? Or did you have an MP3 player? Are you so young that you only had a phone? But are you so old, like me, where I didn't even start with an MP3 player? I had a cassette Walkman, and then I had a compact disc Walkman. Anti-skip. Everybody knew that actually didn't work. But anyways, what did you start out with? Like, what was your first thing? MP3 player, Walkman, CD or cassette, you know, phone? Or it was even before that, and it was just the radio. Hit us up in the comments, let us know. Give us a like, a subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the people that watch these videos. You know, I try to do more and more. It's just fun, just something to do, you know. I hope people get more engaged and become part of the conversation. And thank you so much. And remember, no matter where you go, there's nostalgia everywhere.